the pier and back again. It was the most scared I've ever been. You held my hand until the end, and I love you. And I love
Music
you.
there from Galen Lee. I know, it's haunting, beautiful music. Galen Lee's going to be part of the TedXGullLake event. It's time for an Area Voices story that tells the arts, culture, and history of northern Minnesota. TED Talks are web videos and podcasts that share, as Ted puts it, ideas worth sharing. TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. You hear TED Radio Hour on Northern Community Radio. The TEDx events are popping up in communities around the country. They're conducted at local levels, and they focus on a theme that befits the community they take place in. Last week, we spoke with organizers from the inaugural TEDx event that took place in Bemidji. The theme for the Bemidji event was Thrive.
Today, we're talking with Joe Hunt, one of the organizers for the second TEDx event at Gull Lake, Madden's Resort. And the theme for the Gull Lake event is Eureka. Good morning, Joe.
Well, good morning.
So what do you mean by the term Eureka?
Well, Eureka is a one word that represents the aha moment that we all have from time to time. And I think the team that chose that name pretty much thought that's what TEDx's do, is they kind of try to push you towards that aha moment. And that's what we kind of hope for throughout the day.
Why'd you want to get involved in organizing a TEDx event for the Brainerd area?
Well, what we really wanted to do was get something in a rural area. We've been familiar with TED and TEDx for many years. And then an associate here, actually my daughter, became a TED Fellow in 2014. And she came back just totally enthused for all things TED, and just started talking about how we need to have one here, and we need to have one for rural areas. Most of them are in cities and at universities and such. And just connected with the right people at Happy Dancing Turtle, who said, let's make that happen, which they did last year. That was our first inaugural event. And now we're trying to, spread it more to the community and have a much wider base of people involved in it, which worked very, very well this year.
So when you get speakers, are you seeking the speakers, or did they seek you out?
Both. Well, actually, they don't really seek us out, but we do go for public nominations. So about half of the speakers we have probably came from public nominations. The other half are from ideas that people on the committee just said, I would think we really should know something more about this topic. And then we go find the best possible person we can find within our 5-state area for that topic.
Can you let the cat out of the bag and tell us what kind of the speeches we're going to hear?
Well, very typical of that is Dr. Peter Sorensen, who is one of the foremost authorities in the Midwest on the health of our lakes. And he's going to be talking about just what is the status of our lakes in Minnesota, and what we need to do to make sure that our fisheries and our lakes remain healthy over the long term.
And how long?
You just played Galen Lee, and she was one of them that we sought out because we all heard the music you just heard, and said we have got to have her here. And Galen is just she's much more diverse than the music you hear. She's a lovely speaker. She is an advocate for people with disabilities. And she's actually going to be talking about enrichment. In that, she says a lot of people think progress is what you want, but she says pursuing enrichment over progress is important. Another one that we sought out was we were just looking for technology in Minnesota, and we ended up with a couple of good speakers. One who is working with nanotechnology to create these incredibly tiny nanocapsules. And the nanocapsules are so small they can float throughout a human body and are programmed to actually find a given cancer cell, and then they when they find it, they actually attach to that cancer cell and release medicine into an individual cell. So there's a lot of interesting things in the area. We just try to get a big variety of technology and science and entertainment and art.
How did the first one go?
The first TEDx was marvelous. We had such a good time, and it all worked out so well for everybody. And that's what created a great amount of enthusiasm amongst the people who attended. And so when we put out a call for the second TEDx saying, who wants to help? And we had dozens of people come out and say, we want to be part of the committees to make this happen.
That is Joe Hunt. We're talking about the TedXGullLake event. It is happening this Saturday, 10 to 2 at Madden's Resort on Gull Lake near Brainerd. Is your daughter excited?
She is, yeah. She's on her way here from the Twin Cities right now.
Okay.
Just flew in from New Orleans last night about 1 a.m. from some conference she was at.
Uh-huh.
And so she's not getting much sleep, so she has to use excitement to keep her going.
So when people listen to the TEDx conference, they listen to the speakers, what do you expect them to walk away with?
I don't expect them to walk away with anything specific, because I think what happens at TED conferences and TEDx conferences is you are surprised by something. It's not some individual thing. You might be attracted to go because you're interested in a given talk, but it'll be a different talk that actually just gets to you, something you had never thought of before, never considered. We had an anecdotal case last year where we had a woman talking on stage, and somebody else in the audience just was going, not really that interested in that one. And by the time it was all done, by the time the day was done, the woman in the audience said that one talk changed her life. It was that aha moment for her. But she had no idea it was coming.
What about inspiring youth? I mean, I know adults are inspired by this, but I think it'd be ultra important to have youth be inspired by this. As your audience, do you have youth in the audience?
We do. We will be having what do they call it? It's one of the AP courses from Brainerd High School. The class is coming. We have, I think, a total of 15 volunteers from Central Lakes College who are going to be helping throughout the days, and another 15 students who are receiving tickets that are actually acquired for them through the college.
Nice.
So we're getting and plus 2 of our core members were college students a year ago when they went to their first TEDx, and they got so enthused they not only came to volunteer, but they became essential core members of our team. So,
well, the theater at Madden's Resort is full. Is there a way that the event could be live streamed?
The event is live streamed,
okay.
And I haven't got the link online yet, but if you go to TedXGullLake.com to the attending page, there's information about how you can actually watch it live stream. And I'll probably put that link on there later today and put some information as to who will be on stage during what sessions and that kind of information. But what we encourage is live streaming parties. So to have a live stream set up at your house or at a place of business, let us know about it, and we'll say hi from the stage. And but have several people there, because these events are much more interesting when you have more people to discuss it when the talk is through.
That is Joe Hunt. The TedXGullLake event is this Saturday, 10 to 2, Madden's Resort on Gull Lake near Brainerd. You can call us if you need information on how to contact them for your live streaming parties. Joe, thanks so much for talking with us. Have a great event.
You're welcome, and we're looking forward to it.
This is the Thursday Morning Show Area Voices, made possible by the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the people of Minnesota.